Okay, I'm titling this Boomer Abroad and Leaving the Country. Stay tuned. So, traveling as a retiree on Social Security without unlimited funds and still working. Going to be talking about how this all came about. I did this trip once before. It's the first time this is a big trip. This is 8,000 miles. And a lot of planning went into this. I'm going to share some things that really helped with this trip, such as not getting a direct flight or going direct. I'm presently in Seattle. Flew in here yesterday. Tip number one. Hoping to get a good night's sleep. Wasn't that great, but that way I could go out first thing this morning. And I'm not flying direct, going into Korea and then on to Cebu, Philippines. It's just a lot easier to do that way. One of the questions I often get is, are you really thinking about living there, retiring? And yeah, but over the last really 4 years or so, with more, and then actually visiting 2 years ago, I've realized there's some real things to think about. The big things are the grandkids. It's not just a little 1 or 2 hour flight. Overall, it's a trip of over 20 hours there or back, and a little more expensive, but again, affordable, believe it or not. There's the culture. That's a real plus. What else was there? There's lifestyle changes. Again, there's pluses and minuses with that. When I say that, it's just different in a lot of good ways, and it's different in some ways that I think Americans, expats would have a hard time with, especially with, let's say, just getting around. And I'll be sharing all of that. Primary mode of transportation is going to be scooter, tuk-tuks, jeepneys, and taxis. Possibly the most concern is medical. When you're in a country such as this, if you're not in one of 2 or 3, maybe 4 cities, if you have a medical event that requires higher level stuff, you're not going to get it. But that's kind of true here as well. Like if you had a heart event, say in the country, say in outside of the cities, you could be in the same kind of situation. The big difference, though, is there's no way to get there. If I'm on this island, to get to the next island and then to even get to the city on that island that could help you could be a few days. Obviously, critical care, it's not there, and that's not going to happen. Medical is a serious consideration, and it even enters my mind even taking this trip. But life's to be lived. I just can't sit at home 5-10 minutes away from the hospital waiting for something to happen. But these things do cross your mind. This is last minute. I'm going to try to edit this on my phone. I just wanted to let you know what's coming up for the next 3 weeks on the channel. Places I visit. I'll be sharing, the food, the experiences. I have a tour guide. More on that as develops. Plan to do some lives probably within the next couple days. It's kind of interesting because I like to say I'm going back to the future. Already it's tomorrow there, today. So I kind of lose a day going out there, but you get it back when you come back. You go back to the past. So you leave on a Tuesday, but you get back on the same day. It's confusing. Anyway, so how to follow along. Obviously subscribe. You should get notifications, but you may not. You may just want to check in over the next 3 weeks as to what I'll be posting, what I'll be talking about, what I'll be sharing. in the comments, leave questions, leave comments about, what you think about what you're going to see. Leave questions if you've thought about doing any kind of international travel. And I'll try to answer those in the lives as well as maybe future videos. I can tell you this, traveling at 60 plus is a lot different than 30 plus. It's better though because I'm not chasing the things people typically chase in their 30s. This trip is going to be a memorable one because the focus now for us is making memories. It's still worth exploring. I'm about to board in about an hour and see if I can get this thing edited. It's about 11 and a half hours to Seoul. Nice little layover while I'm there. 4 more hours to Philippines. I'll check in with you in a couple days, probably with a live. So look for that. Let's go.